Stop comparing yourself to others. Stop comparing your journey to the journey of other people that you witness online, in the real world, in your family, in society. Stop comparing it. There is no comparison. We're not here on a intersective, hierarchical path with other people. We are intersecting our lives and our stories and our journeys, but not in a way where one is any better than the other. We're actually all in parallel running our journeys, and the only person that you are here to compare yourself with is the person that you were yesterday or the day before that, the past version of yourself, which we could get into whether past versions of you actually exist in the past or whether all of the versions of you are actually existing all at once. But the point is, doesn't it make more sense to say that the only person to compare yourself with is who you were? That is the only thing that makes any sense. And yet, we are so driven, especially in a society so prevalent with social media and everyone flaunting their highlight reel. We're so drawn to compare ourselves, to feel worse about ourselves where we're at. We're not successful enough, or this person that's younger than us that is making more money or that has more followers or whatever, or this person that is married with kids, or this person that has this whatever. Why do we do it? When actually, if you're going to play the game of comparison, which might not even be a thing we need to do, if you're going to compete, if you're going to take the game of life and to play it a little bit, there's nothing wrong with a little bit of competition. Me personally, I love competition. I'm very competitive. You ever see me play ping pong? I'm like throwing my paddle around and yeah, whatever. That was yesterday. But we can compete. We can just compete with a lower version of ourselves, right? That's the game of life. That's the comparison. That's the person to play with, is can you show up more dedicated, more committed, more creative? Can you bait your demons? Can you fulfill the potential that you know is inside of you? And can you show up today in a higher way than you did yesterday, than you did a year ago? Is the person you are today someone that the person you were a year ago would look up to and say, yes, I really admire what's happening here. I really admire who that person is becoming. That is the only person that you're here to compare yourself with. And yet we look to others because we're not trusting our own guidance. We're not trusting that we are okay. We're not trusting that the path, the light, the voice inside of us, our higher guidance, which we all have, is enough. We're like, but that person's higher guidance is telling them to do that, and I should be doing that. No. And trust me, I'm not infallible to this. We share the message that we need to hear, and I do this all the time. I actually was on a call with a mentor and guide of mine recently, and came to this awareness that in the entrepreneurial game, in the world of this online business and coaching and etc., that I've really been reliving a lot of my past traumas from childhood, just around comparison and not feeling enough and not feeling cool or feeling rejected, and just from junior high, middle school, whatever, these old traumas of comparison and trying to be as shiny and whatever and wear the right clothes and etc. that we do back in high school. I was definitely not cool, let me tell you. I was wearing the dorkiest stuff, which was so sweet, right? But I felt very, very rejected. And I remember getting on the school bus and being laughed at because I was wearing, I don't know, something that wasn't approved of by the 7th grade crew, right? Because the 7th grade crew knows what's up. And I just had this realization that in my entrepreneurial journey, I often compare myself to others. I so often compare myself to where person XYZ is and where I should be, and like how this person's showing up online and how I am or how I'm not, and then I run away from it and I hide and I'm just like, screw this, I'm not interested in this anymore. And then I'm like, but I feel called to share, I feel called to serve, and I can, and we all can. I just share that with you because I don't think I'm alone in this comparison. But I also feel very drawn to self-actualize myself, and I wonder if you do too. And that is the fun. That is where life gets fun, because we have the opportunity to compete against the past version of ourselves, to become a high performer, to become a leader, to become an excellent communicator, an excellent guide, an excellent teacher or mother or father, or whatever it is that we aspire to be. And yes, it's fine to aspire to become a better version that we were in the past, but we are that only comparison point. Does that make sense? It's okay. And then you can support others in their journey because you see you're all on this parallel paths. Yes, we're intersecting in many ways, but not in a competitive way. We're actually all on the journey together. And then you become the kind of person who supports other people. That is accelerating. That is evolving who you were from who you were yesterday. When you become the kind of person who supports others on your journey, the universal law of reciprocity comes into place. You elevate yourself as you elevate others, and that's next level, right? We have to wake up out of this paradigm that we're competing against others for limited resources, because we're not. We are living in infinite potential and opportunity. And I'm sorry I keep playing with my hair because I cut my own bangs the other day and it did not work. So, future version of Kristen that's going to be better than past version is going to be the one that actually pays to get haircuts. Okay. Talk to you guys later. Bye.